everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of Ladies First.
Yes,
Woo,
we got it. We got it.
Yes. I am your host. My name is Sean Scott, and I also go by S. Scott for those who don't know. To my left, we got the homegirl.
Holly Rock, ready to go.
Yes.
Emma, better known as Suge.
And we have the infamous Dr. Free.
She want to be gang so bad.
I don't know anything.
Yes. So once again, we'll start off the show by thanking everybody for supporting us, holding us down. Our audience is growing and growing every day.
Every day.
By the minute.
Amazing.
Yes.
Like, share, subscribe, all the things.
All that
And
stuff.
our YouTube channel, don't
Oh,
forget
yes.
to mention that.
Yes.
So subscribe to our new YouTube channel.
Yes.
We on the tube.
Come on. Let's get it.
Come through.
What's the handle for the YouTube?
Ladies First.
Ladies First.
Yes.
You better find it.
They can go to our social media pages.
Okay.
Instagram
Mhm.
and Facebook, and it'll give you the link to our YouTube channel. So
Even better. Yeah.
yes, we got
Y'all
like
got
4
no excuses.
subscribers.
Y'all ain't got no excuses. Find it.
No, but we're just starting the page and it's growing, and we'll be so excited if you guys come over and support us on that platform as well. So let's get into our favorite
Mocha Express.
Yes, we ready. We ready.
Yes.
We
So
got
have
some topics today.
a couple of topics we're going to try to talk about quickly, right, guys?
We don't know.
Quickly.
We're gonna do our best,
We're
right?
going to do our best.
It might
So-
be mocha slow, but we're gonna find out.
That's okay. That is okay. So it is Black History Month.
Yes.
We have not talked about Black History Month yet, and the month is almost over.
Man, all the way.
And guess what? We're all Black history, right?
We are.
Absolutely.
We
Man, we Black
are.
history and Black future.
That's it.
Yes. Yes. So let's start with Holly.
Okay.
Holly Rock.
Yes.
Who's your favorite person in Black history, or a person
So-
that you revere? That
Yes. So I am a huge fan of Mr. Malcolm X.
I am
All right.
Malcolm X.
Okay. I love his journey from
impersonation?
where he was when he started his life to where he became under NOI to what he was transforming into as
the Nation of Islam.
Nation of Islam. Yes.
For the kids.
You Google some stuff. So, and then who is becoming post Nation of Islam, being a little bit more inclusive and a broader vision of things, and really saying, hey, this is a bigger picture. Let's look at the bigger picture. So I love that about him. I'll also throw Angela Davis, but we can save that for another day if you want to.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
I love my Black
You looking at me?
revolutionaries.
You looking at me? Me? I'm next? Okay. Who do I want to go with? Bethune. She was the starter of Bethune-Cookman College.
Yes.
I want to say
Mayor McLeod Bethune.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's so cool to me because she had a vision, and she started. I know she started the college with less than $5
Man.
and bought that land, and she was FDR or Eleanor Roosevelt, one of those. She was on
I think it was
council,
Eleanor. Mm-hmm.
and she did amazing things. And now you have the HBCU in Florida,
Mhm.
and so many products of that Bethune-Cookman from just that one lady having a vision. And,
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. What about you, Suge?
Well, my favorite is my mom.
Okay.
My mom, mother of 9 children, and she actually raised 5 alone because my dad passed away when I was just 6, and it was 5 of us in the household.
Okay.
So that's my history, and I stand on her shoulders.
That's
So
what's up.
That's
what's
beautiful.
up.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Mine would be our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama.
Oh, girl.
I mean,
Love
we could do
her.
a whole show.
Love her.
Stay
about-
tuned. Long form.
Yes.
Soon.
Yes. This is a woman outside my mother that I admire so much. And I think when we speak of Black history, we immediately go back decades or
Right.
centuries.
Yes.
Right. Doesn't
She
have to be.
is the new Black history
Ain't she though?
for me.
For sure.
And she just carries herself with so much class and style and grace, especially compared to what's going on now.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Bloop,
for sure.
bloop, over there in the,
For
the
sure.
White House. But
Yes.
that's another show as well. But
Well, can I add a little bit something? Because
Yeah.
I'm wearing Lady Michelle, named after Michelle
Okay.
Obama.
okay,
Yes.
okay,
This is Asher.
beautiful.
This is faux fur.
I love
Oh,
that.
fur.
Beautiful.
will clutch all three of those
Yes,
pearls, honey.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
All pearls are clutched.
Yeah. So
Asher's ripped.
Yes, comes in multiple colors.
Yeah. So hopefully all your kids at school did a little report or
Right.
or
They
something,
better
because that's what we
have.
had to do when we were in school,
And
right?
All the
Martin-
time. All the
Martin Luther
time.
King, more than
For
him.
sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
There's so much
Yeah.
more than MLK.
It is.
Not
Yes.
to take away, but let's
Mhm.
explore some other avenues.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So our next Mocha Express topic is
Yes.
a hot button topic.
Talk about exploring other avenues.
Yes. We're going to go
Nice
to the
segue.
total other
Different
end of
lane,
the
different
spectrum
lane.
Yeah.
and talk about the Wades.
The
Meaning,
Wades.
yes.
Gabby.
Gabrielle. Gabby.
Dwayne.
Mm-hmm.
The kids.
Yes, the children.
And, you know, seeing what's going on in their family dynamic, and seeing what that looks like from a social perspective, from a family perspective, a
Absolutely.
parenting perspective, a child perspective. There has been so much in social media about this family
Yeah.
and what they are going through.
Absolutely.
And so I'm interested to hear what y'all think about this this Wade family revelation.
Well, first of all, for the viewers that don't know, I don't know how they wouldn't know, but
Right.
Duane Wade's son, Zion, was born a male. He's
Mhm.
12 years old and has decided that he wants to transition into a female and has changed his name to, is it Zaya? Pronounced Zaya or Zaya?
I pronounce it Zaya, but
Zaya?
I haven't talked to Dwayne recently, so I don't know.
I
for sure.
know.
either.
I think he lost
You
my
know,
number or
I
something.
talked
Right.
to Gabby 2 months ago, but you know.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Yes, so everybody's talking about this. They've gone public with something that I feel is a super personal
Mhm.
family situation.
Mhm.
And you did ask our opinions. So
Yes.
should I start with mine?
Please do, ma'am.
Okay, first of all, this is none of our business.
Okay.
Number one. Let's
None
make that
of my
facts.
business.
Turn the TV off right quick.
Yes,
Turn it
I do not have a public opinion about it. I feel like as of lately, celebrity parents have felt the need to go public and discuss their children's sexuality. Namely, it started with T.I. when he
Yes.
went on a radio show and spoke about his daughter's hymen being intact and
Yeah.
going
Right,
to
right.
gynecology visits with her,
Mhm.
which was totally not none of our business,
Right.
and was a personal family thing that they did. And however he wants to protect his daughter, that's his business. But at the time, she was a young lady, and he spoke about her body
Mhm.
on a public platform.
Mhm.
She got ridiculed. They made memes, teased her. She shut down her social media. It was a hot mess.
Mhm.
And so now Duane Wade is coming out and he's speaking on his daughter's sexuality on these public platforms. They're going on speaking engagements and press tours. I think it's so personal, and I don't want to make a public opinion because I'm not a part of their village.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
If I
sense.
had a hand in raising this child and I was a part of their village, I may have an opinion, but I don't. I
I
just
think it was
don't.
going to come out anyway. I mean,
Right.
because they're both huge superstars. They're megastars.
Right.
Gabby
And they put
Duane.
it out
So
there.
it was going to come out. People were going to see it. People were going to talk about it because
Okay.
they make so many posts
Mhm.
together. They have
Mhm.
commercials. So I mean, that was his way. He chose to do it. Like you said, I don't have it's their life. I have family friends who are in the LGBTQ
Plus
Yep.
community.
Yep.
So I mean, it's whatever they want to do. You know, it doesn't affect me.
Right.
I still get up and eat and sit home with her.
Yes.
Just like I mean, but from being a parent, I know it is very important to have your child. Let your child be them.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. I know I mentioned before. I mean, I have a child. I have a daughter, and you know what? She wanted to wear cat ears in the tail, and you know it didn't hurt anybody. So she
Right.
wore a cat tail for a year. Then we moved up to a wolf tail. And you know,
Wow.
I did
I
that.
thought it was cute personally.
I did that, and I did that initially because she's allergic to cats, and we can't have. She's an animal lover, so that was her little segue. You know, it didn't hurt anybody. She's growing out of it now, so I don't know, but that's just one view. It is not as big as sexuality, you know. I know that, but it's just a way of just as a parent honoring their child.
Yeah.
I mean, just from that perspective, whether it's the sexuality,
But it's a way you can let your children be themselves.
Yeah.
And I know that they're both public figures, but still everything is not meant for the public
For sure.
consumption. I feel like they could have taken all the pictures they wanted
But
to.
you know
People could have
what?
asked questions and they didn't have to address it.
But
I think they're doing it for likes, clicks,
but
views
Zaya
for
makes so many
themselves.
videos.
Right.
That's
Right.
fine.
But he makes videos.
That's
and
fine.
gonna
Look
get
at
out there.
EJ Johnson. Have you ever seen Magic and Cookie?
Yes.
Do they go on a press tour talking about EJ's sexuality?
They don't need to because EJ got the shit on lock.
He does.
Well,
But, I
I'm
mean,
saying,
but they've accepted. I think they've been on public platforms being asked questions
Yes.
about it. But I mean, you're dealing with two different generations too.
Very much
Right.
so.
So you have to keep that in. You have
Yeah,
parents.
parents. Yeah.
okay.
I mean, we're in a social media. I mean, everything is now society, and they're
Right.
everything
part of
still
it.
does
Right.
not have
I mean,
to be
it
discussed.
doesn't.
What do you think,
What
Emily?
Is there has there been a actual change?
No.
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 Okay, so they have not. Okay.
Just
No.
changing. It looks the way she dresses.
She has changed her name.
Yeah.
She's dressing differently, and
Mhm.
they have not gotten as deep to saying if any physical
Right.
Yeah.
transformations are going to be made.
Physical transformation can't be made at this age.
They can't.
She's too young.
It's a whole process.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
whole
She's
process.
entirely too young
She
to
can
have anything like that
identify
happen.
as, but I know physicians, and Dr. Free, you could probably speak on this as
Mhm.
well. Kids, they have to put the kids in counseling, extensive
To
counseling,
get a change. Yeah.
before doctors will even put them on hormones. So I've dealt with children that are on hormones. Think about the age of 14,
Mhm.
but there are hormones for girls that want to transition that will stop their periods, stop their breasts from developing. But they have to go through so many steps before
Yeah.
they can get on those hormones, and they give them testosterone shots.
Yeah.
But do you remember?
injections.
It's a big show. I don't know if it was on TLC about a young guy who's changed to a girl,
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Mhm.
The same thing. I
But
mean,
where is Jasmine now?
they have? I mean, Jasmine goes to prom. I mean, it's a whole.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
But right now, to this day, from what I read,
Yeah.
that she is like trying to shy away from social
I'm
media
sure.
because she
I mean, but-
regrets that she went so public with
But,
her.
I mean-
I think the public part is the problem, right?
Yeah.
It's not that she is not happy with who she is,
Uh-huh.
but it's the public scrutiny.
Mhm.
And that's why
Yeah.
my concern for Zaya is the public scrutiny,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And I think that family, because they are public figures,
Mhm.
they have done a lot of stuff to be very transparent about their kids.
Yes.
And so to me, there's two things here. One, I don't think it's about sexuality. I think it's about gender, and those are very different things.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because at what age did all of us know we were girls, right? We knew we were girls before we had any sexuality discussions, context, anything
Correct.
like that.
That's
true.
Okay? So there's that.
Mhm.
And then I'm also seeing this as being something from a perspective of what does unconditional love and support look like?
They're showing it. I say.
I
it's-
believe they're showing
It's
it.
just unconditional. Like whoever
Yeah.
you are is who I'm going to support.
Yeah.
Whether it's cattails and ears,
Come on, cat
Mhm.
tails
whether
and ears.
right, whether it's coming through to express who you feel you are.
Yeah.
And all of us have gone through different transformations of our lives
Mhm.
as we came up. This one might
Mhm.
feel a little bit more extreme
Mhm.
because of the
It's
society we
very
live in right
extreme.
now.
So if you were going through things in your teenage years and your parents got on public platforms and spoke about it,
It wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't
I mean,
happen
it's
when
a
it was
different
coming up.
time
Right,
period.
it's
I mean, I
totally
think you have to
different.
take that into
Right.
consideration.
I don't think
Different
they
time.
did this without her
Because-
consent.
Oh, it was out there on this public
where
as we
is
could have had it.
Zaya's mother? Where's the biological mother?
Oh, I heard she ain't really happy though.
How
Wow.
come if anybody's going to go on a press tour, I don't feel like Gabby should be the one.
Why not?
I just
But
don't.
she's the acting
I
parent.
don't.
I mean, that's
I
both
don't.
Yeah.
From a legal standpoint,
I
she is
don't.
the acting parent, and so they're going with what
Right.
That's
the
just
legal
how I feel
stuff says.
personally.
So you don't have a public opinion again?
I
Yeah,
said how
it's-
I feel
it's-
personally.
Republican.
Not as a child, I have a public opinion about the parents
Yeah,
and how
this is-
they are going about it.
Okay.
That's what I have
Okay,
an opinion on, is
I
how
can
the
dig it.
parents are going about it. And
Yeah.
and the
It
missing
definitely should-
parent.
It definitely should have been a team effort. Like I feel like all three of them should have gotten together. But when I say three, the three parents should have gotten together, had a
Mhm.
discussion about how they're going to move forward. Because I don't know that has been what's been happening.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't.
Yeah,
Well,
Well, we did that.
so. All right.
Anybody else?
I could still
For-
talk
for
about it,
D-Wade.
but
I know, yeah, because that was like
We're expressing on the
right.
Express.
Mocha Express.
Mocha
It was
Express.
Oh,
hit it and
wrapping it
keep
up
it
now?
more. No, is there another?
Don't move on.
Y'all know
That's
I
it.
have
That's- we
not
were
one
just-
word to say.
why not?
This just blows my mind. It
I
blows
mean,
my
I
mind.
think you should say how you feel about it.
Mhm.
We're
She
a
said
talk
her mind
show.
is blown.
I know, it's blown. Yeah, it's
Okay.
quite a.
That's
When
what
I
I'm
saw the
saying.
subject, it was like that's quite a bit much.
will you not speak on it publicly because you are deep into the church?
Could be. That could be.
Okay. I respect
But
that.
it's going on in the church. Come on, music director.
Let the
Oops.
choir
Oops.
sing now.
Oops.
But this is, I mean, but this goes to show no shade on the church or any, but this is how a different way of addressing it and let people be them. I mean, this is whether sexuality or gender, it's something that needs to be talked about. I mean, and if we
Absolutely.
see it in the church, in our jobs, I mean,
Within our own family.
Yeah, it's not.
Within our
They're not
families, right.
immune to it, but
yeah,
still.
but it happens.
Yeah,
It's-
and none of us on this set are exempt from
Boy,
one of
it's
our
not.
children
It's not.
or grandchildren, future grandchildren
Right.
coming home and saying, "Guess
Right.
what?
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
I was
It hits
Brian.
differently.
Now,
Brandy.
Brianna.
Right.
Brianna.
Never know. Never
don't.
know.
You know,
Never know.
it may happen.
Yeah.
I don't have a son, Brian and Brianna. But
But you never
Alright.
know.
you never know.
Never
and
know.
if that happens,
Yes. Well, let's
We'll
wrap
be
up
on that
our Mocha Express.
Right.
All right,
segment.
it's wrapped in a bow.
Yes. Yes. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
So we have some other topics we want to talk
We
about,
do.
you guys.
Don't we
And
always?
yes, we always do.
We got a
And
lot to say.
every woman on this set is a powerful woman in their
Mm-hmm.
own way, shape, or fashion.
Mhm.
So Holly wanted to pose a question.
Yes. Yes, I did. So, as a power woman,
mm-hmm.
how do we find time between work, business, family, partner, friends, self-care? We talked about self-care last
Right.
time.
Right.
Mhm.
How are we finding time for all this stuff while still being, powerhouses in what we do?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
For
I need some
me,
answers.
Right.
for me, I
Because
think you just have to schedule it.
You want
Messing
some
up.
You
advice?
know?
Right. This is all for
You
me
have
right
to
now. I don't know
list-
about y'all, but this is all for me right
Yeah.
now.
You have to list your priorities, and if it's 1 through 5, and then you give weights to them. You
Oh.
schedule it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to,
And
you
I
know,
got
make.
data.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
wisdom.
I mean, I don't let if something is not of importance, I don't let it get my time. You know, and I'm sorry, I do have to rate because of all
Yeah,
the different
you do.
facets and the things that I have to be and do, places I have to go. I have to give a rating, and then you just schedule it. You know, there is time where you start feeling depleted, and you like, oh, I need that girlfriend time.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Yeah.
you need to go and gather your friends together, go to a movie, go out to eat. I mean, that's how I balance.
So you have a ranking
Mhm.
system.
Mhm.
Yes. What
Okay.
about you, Dr. Free?
I have a mantra in life: faith, family, career.
Okay.
So it's, I mean, if it falls into those 3 realms, definitely first comes my relationship, my spiritual relationship with God, family, and career. And I just live life. I try to be the best person I can, and if it fits in my schedule, I can do it. But always setting boundaries, like we talked about
Yeah.
on the
Yes.
first show.
That's
So
very
so
important.
it's setting boundaries. My daughter comes first. Period.
Mhm.
You know, my family, my friends are my family. So my friends and family are involved in that faith, family,
like it.
career.
I
So
like it.
that's the order. I mean, my career, I love what I do, but if it's anything spiritual or, my family, friends,
All
that's
right.
You have to.
Yeah,
All right. Faith, family, and friends. I like
faith,
that.
family, career.
Faith, family, career.
Right, 'cause she got family.
Yeah,
She
family.
got family.
That's
got
right.
friends.
That's right. I just keep it nice and simple. I just make time for what's important for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If it's important to me, I'll make time for it.
Mhm.
If not, child, I gotta sleep.
Sleep is very important.
I'm working all
Right.
these
Yeah.
jobs, running around doing this and that. If it's important to me, I will get up out of my bed
Okay.
And
put
go
on
do
a
it.
face and some clothes and go and do it.
And your
Yeah.
face comes through every time. The
Thank
face
you.
comes
Sure does.
through. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Paige,
All right.
makeup artist. Hey, Paige. But yes, I just feel like you make time for what's important.
Simple,
So,
simple and plain.
That's real talk right there. I think that's what I do for myself as well. Like, what's important to me in this moment right now? But I do appreciate putting some categories around things and being like, higher level than the moment.
Mhm.
What is super important to me? So I can categorize from a place of true introspection
Yeah.
versus
yes.
momentary, like, what do I want to do today? Because at 10 o'clock on a Thursday, I might be thinking about something totally different. I'm thinking about 6 o'clock on a Friday.
Right.
That's a different story.
Mhm.
But I'm
Both
still
both
the same
days
Holly.
and times are happy
I'm
hour
still the
though.
same Holly.
successful person, guess what comes along
What
with it?
comes with it, girl?
Haters.
Woo, the haters. The word haters is starting to bother me so much these days. Because I feel like if you just have a valid opinion on something and it's like your
Yes.
personal opinion,
You're
if
You're
a person
hating.
doesn't receive it well, they
Mhm.
say you're hating.
Listen, sometimes hating is truth.
That it is.
Sometimes
It
it's
is. It is.
But we're
So-
talking about the true haters today.
true
right?
haters.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I have a quick question. Do you know who your haters are?
Oh, I
don't.
know mine.
I don't know who mine are. And guess
Look
what?
at Holly.
Listen,
You
I
don't care.
Listen.
I don't. So that's another question to pose. How do you know if you have haters? I live my life so much in the stratosphere
Mm-hmm.
that
There you go, boo.
I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, I don't know who they are. And if you are, hello, what's up?
Yes.
Right.
I'm over here. I'm up there.
There's a whole name tag
Absolutely.
for you back
Right.
there.
Hello.
And I remember being irritated just scrolling through Facebook. A lot of people, for some reason, friends on my timeline were talking about my haters. And I was like, who
Who are these
are these
haters?
haters?
Why are they
For
hating
know,
some,
I
they're
know.
probably
But it's
imaginary.
like, what are you
Right.
doing that you're so focused
on the haters?
on the haters? Like
Yeah.
I'm not
Mhm.
even I'm focused trying to do my day to day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I really don't know who they are. But God bless, I pray for them.
Right. I don't
Keep
focus
on
on my
going.
haters either. I know who the public ones are.
Mhm.
I'm sure I have plenty that I don't know of, but I don't spend time focusing on them.
Yeah.
I just come prepared with facts.
Mm.
Yeah.
So as long as my pocket's full of facts, like you can hit all you want, but
That's
facts.
right.
There
Well, I
you
guess
go.
for the ones, if you do, just pray for them. Right?
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
I
you're so much
said.
nicer than me.
I know.
Right. And I
Because I
don't
think
know.
they're gonna need it.
Yeah,
you
I don't.
know.
I don't know who my haters
Because
are either.
they're
and I don't
concentrating on the
care.
wrong thing. If they're
Mhm.
concentrating on me, they're not living their life.
Right.
Please move
Mhm.
on.
True story.
Have you
Yeah.
ever hated on somebody?
I'm sure at some point in my life.
Directly,
Right,
indirectly.
Like, let me think about that.
Yeah, I'm
Let
sure
me
I
think
have.
about
I
that.
mean, but not to the extent that it's ruining my day or I'm,
Right.
That's
I
the
can't
point,
say.
spending time on it.
Yeah.
Like that's to me is when y'all spending time coming for me. Like what's going on in your life that you
Yeah.
can spend time coming for me when I ain't got shit to do with you?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well.
Mm-mm.
Oh well.
It's
Such
a-
is life.
It is.
One day
Such
I'm
is
gonna learn
life.
to pray for them, Emma.
Yeah.
I'm not
It
gonna
is
promise that,
reality
but
for
one day I'm
some.
gonna learn to pray for them.
Mhm. We've talked about sexuality and haters. Did you guys hear about the situation? It was in Indianapolis, Indiana, and it was a girl that I think her name was Janae Wingfield or something like that. But she outed two guys on social media.
Wow.
Hadn't heard of
And
that.
yes, two guys.
Mhm.
The one she had a former relationship with. She walked in on them
Oh.
having a sexual activity. She outed
She
them.
might have been
Two
a little
men?
bit of a hater.
Two men
Oh wow.
on
That
social
might be
media.
it.
On
Right
social
there.
media.
Yes, she outed them, and she ended up being murdered behind it.
Oh,
She did. She did.
dang.
So this was another story that's been in
Wow.
the news recently.
Wow.
And so I wanted to pose the question, like, is it your responsibility socially, morally to out somebody in that
No.
fashion? That
Nope.
was so crazy to me.
No.
And look
Yeah.
what happened.
And look what
Yeah.
happened
Oh my
behind
gosh.
it. Yes, you guys weren't following this story.
I
was
did not
all
see
up
that.
on it.
I mean, it sounds juicy. It's juicy.
That
I
is.
was. I
It's a
went to
juicy
her
story.
page on social media to find the original live feed, which they have since taken
Wow.
down.
Wow.
But it was so crazy. She posted the guy's picture
Mhm.
and wrote all kind of derogatory.
She was hurt.
Yes.
She
that
was
some
hurt.
hurt
Yes.
stuff right
I mean,
there.
that's where the social media thing, goes left. I mean,
Yes.
it's a good thing, good information, good way to
Mhm.
communicate with people. But some people,
end
I
up
mean, we're
like
living in a
that.
time that they can't live without being public.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
it isn't that you were hurt, boo. I mean, take it on
Right.
the chin.
Yeah.
I hope that's a lesson.
And she
for,
said in the live feed that if I end up dead, they did it because they tried to kill me, but I got out of the house. And then
And then
hours
she
When
later,
did this happen?
this was like 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Yes, you guys don't live on Instagram like I do
I don't.
late at
I don't
night.
I'm trying to prioritize my life, girl.
I'm just saying,
prioritize
on the
my life.
nights that you have insomnia,
Okay. That is
Do a
one
little
Go
of them.
through and
scrolling.
scroll.
This is
Lots of
true.
them.
yes, you start scrolling one story, but I am so nosy that I will go to like her page and then I see her friends
I do the same
comment.
thing now.
Okay, let me go to her page
I
and,
do.
and read her whole perspective on it. So then I'm sucked in, and it's
Right.
3:00 in the morning, and I have to
Right.
get up at 6:30 to go
Thank
be
you.
But yeah.
somebody's nurse child. But I've been up all night on Instagram.
You the nurse
So
with the news. That's what
Yes.
the nurse with the news.
have all the tea, honey. I love gossiping with my patients. So
It has some good gossip.
have
You know, some of
good
them know
gossip.
all. It's just that always that one that knows everything that's going on in
Yes,
the facility.
that's
And
her.
it's
Yes.
I mean, no, the patient.
The
patient.
The patient will tell you other employees'
I mean,
business.
Right.
And like, what's her name from A Living Color? Bonita, Miss
Yes.
Bonita.
Yo.
You know, I ain't the one to gossip.
Right.
But you ain't hear from me.
Right, you ain't from me.
You ain't hear from me.
Yes.
Go.
One of my patients, this is totally off topic, but I went in one of my patients' room the other day and she told me who called in that day. I was like, how do you even know this? How do you know the schedule?
They know.
Wow.
They know.
They know everything. They know everything. So we're talking about people who take things upon themselves
Yes.
and put it out there to the world.
Correct.
And are you responsible? Is it your responsibility to do that?
It's not your
I think
responsibility.
it's unanimous.
Yes.
What do you
It's
think?
not. It's not our
No,
responsibility.
It's not, no.
Each
Mm-mm.
person should be responsible for their own selves and what they want the world to know, especially in the social media world and
Yeah.
realm we
Yes.
live in, that you need to be control of that yourself and you
Mhm.
need to make that deciding factor.
Okay. I got a different scenario for
Okay,
you.
let's
Okay.
go.
What's
This
the
was a
scenario?
scenario that was submitted. If you were out for lunch or dinner and
Mhm.
seen your best friend's husband
Mm,
with another woman,
okay.
Yeah.
what would you do?
The answer
How would
is
you
yeah.
handle that?
How would you handle it?
The answer is yes.
Suge Avery.
Oh, well,
I
that
wanna-
happened to
I wanna-
me.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, what? Whoa. Let me get
I mean, it was-
here.
You
Right.
have to really just like think before you say something. So my first thing was like, "Oh, hi, how are you?"
Yeah.
So I stopped.
Like I see you,
Right.
you see
Right,
me.
right.
That's
Ain't
no
So
patient here.
I
Ain't no
didn't-
patient
I
here.
didn't like, make no inferences. I just like, "Hey, how are you? I see you." So, and then I went on to my seat and sat down. So I think that's how you have to handle it because you don't know. I go out from time to time and I have people of the opposite sex, having dinner is business. And so you don't know, but you do put it in
so
your.
full of class and grace.
No.
You had me turn
No.
around. I thought you were going to be like, I ran up on him,
Right.
took a picture.
What you doing? What's going on
Who
right
is
now?
this? Who
I
is
got
this?
a girl on the phone. It's FaceTime. What the fuck? Sorry, y'all.
But yeah, but that's still, I mean, how would you all
I'll tell you. So
handle it?
you may have different types of friends. I have friends that do want to be told, and then I have friends that don't want to be
Do you
told.
establish that at
I
some
do.
point during
I
your
do.
friendship?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I've
That's
established
smart.
that with some of my good friends. And I'm like, would I tell them if this happened? Would you want to know? Are we that? Is that? It's not that we're good friends or bad friends, but some people. I mean,
Right.
you don't want to ruin. You don't want to be that person that ruins that
Right.
relationship
You
because
right.
you don't know
Right.
what.
You
For me,
don't.
Yeah.
cheating is like a no, but for them, he could have been a habitual cheater, and this is just
Or she
number.
might have known about this
She could have,
already.
or they
You
could
never
live a
know.
polyamorous lifestyle.
Mhm.
You just don't know.
Mhm.
They could. So it's about what type of friendship you have. My best friend, absolutely, she wants to know.
Okay.
But I'm going. What I will do if I see them, I'm going to make my presence known.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you doing? And who do we have here?
And Dr. Randall, by the way.
And who do we have here?
What's your
I
name?
haven't seen you before.
Right. You're new.
Oh my God!
Where you come from?
In the nicest, sweetest way. And who is she?
Wow.
And what I will do after that, maybe I will give him an opportunity to tell because I'm
that
putting
you
on the
saw,
pressure.
right?
Yes.
I'm going to say to my friend, I might not say I saw them out. However, I'm going to, where was he tonight? Or like, I've done that. Now I have done that. Like, hey, maybe years later, are you guys having any issues? Is there something you want to tell me, girl? I mean, I have done that with my friends. It's one friend that I was heard through the grapevine that her husband was doing something. I never said anything. I checked with my elders, and they, that's not something you want to do,
Right.
and I did it for her.
I do think it depends on the
What you
friends.
doing,
though.
huh,
Yeah.
Rob?
I think it depends on the friend.
It does.
Because there's some friends who will hear it from me, they will accept it from me, and they will move forward
Yes.
on their own. There's other friends where I, as a messenger, am going to get shot the hell
Yeah.
out.
And it could
I'm
ruin
not
your
trying
friendship.
to die for you,
Right.
cheating ass nigga right there. I'm not doing that. Oh, sorry. I apologize. I'm not trying to die for that stuff. So
This
I
is
need
true.
to know who my friends are, and I set my expectations accordingly.
But would you want to know?
Me?
Yeah, if your friend.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would want to know.
I would want to
I
know.
want to know.
I would want to know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would tell my friend no.
Hmm.
I
Could you tell me? It just let me know.
Would I tell?
Just
I-
let me know,
you know
girl.
what?
'Cause I don't care.
as much as I love you, I would call him.
Exactly.
I'm talking to him. I'm going to give
Mhm.
him the
I'ma call
opportunity
him
to
out.
tell you.
For sure.
Mhm.
And I'm going to tell him you got 24 hours
Absolutely.
starting from right now.
Right.
I can dig that.
And you're going to tell her. And
Mhm.
if you don't, then I'm going to tell her.
Right.
Yes.
That's how I
Yeah,
would
I
be.
mean, but you're still
Mhm.
telling me. We just need to establish that right
Oh,
now.
we established that.
We're establishing it right now.
Right.
right now. Let me know. Let me know.
Well, for me, I need you to take some photos,
that would be true. I would do
any
that.
video.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will accept all of that
Okay.
via
I know how to do
Dropbox,
it. I know how to do it. I can do
WhatsApp,
it.
however you want to send a large file.
You're not going
Yes.
to hold your messenger
it to me.
accountable. It's not about the messenger.
I can do that.
Messenger is only 30-second videos. I need a long form
Oh no,
video.
I mean
Yo,
the person that
person.
delivers
Oh,
the
the,
message
oh, I
to
thought
you.
you meant like Facebook
no.
Messenger. Like, no,
No, you're not going to blame the person who's sending you this stuff.
Mhm.
Like,
No.
why you want to ruin my life?
no.
It's more like,
Right,
oh,
right. And that
why-
is
why this-
sometimes that could
I got
happen.
you. Yes.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
wouldn't be mad at you. But
Mhm.
what if it's a platonic relationship
Correct.
and they're friends?
Yeah.
Right.
Can
Mhm,
your
let's move
man
right
be
into it.
friends with someone of the opposite sex?
He can be
And you
friends,
be cool with it?
but I believe he has to be inclusive.
Right, he
Mhm.
does.
Because there are some relationships that's like when you're saying friend too much instead of names, like her name is Tasha. You know,
Mhm.
hey, my friend. Those are warning signs to me.
Mhm.
Like, but we all friends at this point, especially once we enter it into a relationship, and just introduce, have respect, because you know he had a life before me, and that's okay. But I mean, if they're getting too close, or is that, you know, if my little intuition is going off that something more is going on, we'll talk about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll be adults about it. But I mean, if that's what it is, and then we'll have time. I mean, I talk about boundaries.
Yeah.
Boundaries,
Like
honey.
she shouldn't be calling you late at night,
No.
texting. You
We're
know,
gonna go to
Should
no.
be the
The
first
Yeah.
call,
friendship
the
is
last call.
9 to 5.
Right.
Yeah.
There are
That's a
some
boundary.
Red style.
Some boundaries.
Red
Yeah.
style.
Absolutely.
I mean, we'll have that understanding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys have them? You have opposite
I have friends of the opposite sex.
Mhm.
I know.
and they are involved in relationships and you
Mhm.
guys
Yeah.
I do.
I think you have to know the party. Like my husband, I have a lot of male friends and
Mhm.
my husband knows them all, you know,
Yeah.
and I talk to them. They were friends of mine before we met, or, you know, just people I've, you know, got to know along the way.
Yeah.
So he
Mhm.
definitely knows the people, he knows who they are. And,
That's
you know, I'll
cool.
say, hey, I had lunch with so-and-so today.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
I bring
That's
him
cool.
into the whole picture.
I had a friend. He got married. I went to his wedding,
Okay.
and when he's on the phone, he's like, "Hey, this is Afriye," and I'm like, "What? What's up, chick?
Yeah.
How you doing?" Because I keep my
Speak
text messages
Right.
very
to
PG.
the
Mhm.
partner.
How are you and your family doing?
Exactly.
I'm very
Mhm.
inclusive, and I'll talk to her. She's in the car. He'll let me know, "Hey, I'm on the phone with Afriye. Do you mind if she's listening? Put me on speakerphone because
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah.
That's not what we're doing here."
Transparency is key in that
Absolutely. So
situation.
if it's something like that, he's handled it well. I've handled well at the wedding. I mean, you know, we have pictures with him kissing me on my cheek. We're good.
Mhm.
I mean, she was right there on the other side. We're, you know, it was inclusive. Something
Yeah,
like
that's too
that.
far from me though.
Right.
But
Well, so here's the
On the
question.
cheek.
Have,
Nah.
have any of you
On
been
the
in a
cheek.
situation where you are in that platonic friendship
Mhm.
and the other woman is mad at you for the friendship?
All the time.
yes,
All
that's
the
happened
time.
to me quite
Yes.
a few times because I am a reformed tomboy.
Okay.
So I
understand
grew
that
up
life.
with all boys.
Mhm.
All those
Mhm.
guys are still my friends to this day.
Yeah.
And usually the dude I'm with, I usually steal his friends and we become cool. Like shout out to PJ the DJ.
Okay.
All right.
Shout out to Buscat.
Yes.
Those are like my
Your
friends.
friends.
Like
Yeah.
I call PJ, we talk all the time, but PJ started off being my dude's friend.
Mhm.
and now that's my friend. I stole him.
Wow.
But we all three of us would hang out, do stuff together.
Mhm.
But yeah, that did happen to me
Yeah.
when not his woman, but a girl that was interested in him, thought something was going on between him and
That
I.
part.
Okay.
And yeah. But then she befriended me, but was saying things to him.
She
and I'm
was just
like,
trying
Well,
to
that's the
snoop.
worst part.
She was just trying to
crazy.
That's the
snoop.
worst part.
That's
mhm,
usually
Snoop Doggy Dog.
Snoop Doggy
Oh,
Dog.
dog.
SM double O P.
All right.
Yes. Come on.
Yeah, speaking of same-sex friends,
Yes.
a friend in my head is Tyler Perry.
Oh.
He's not my friend, but you can have him.
He's a friend in my head. And okay, y'all look at this picture. I chose this picture because doesn't it look like our sound guy Randall?
Oh.
Doesn't that look like Randall?
Randall. Shout out to Randall.
Randall.
I don't know.
Randall, where you at? Where
Looking
you
like
at?
Tyler Perry.
Looking like Tyler Perry and them. Tyler Perry.
Here you go.
That is
Y'all
so funny.
gotta see our sound guy. He looks exactly
That
like
is so
Tyler
funny.
Perry. Hey, Randall. Now we gotta bring him in on
Right,
camera.
y'all gotta
This
see.
is so
Yeah,
Come on,
funny.
let's do it
Hey,
side by
Randall.
side.
That's funny.
Y'all
Hey.
see Randall before,
Tyler Perry.
That is so good.
I lost my whole train of
That is so funny.
Okay,
Tyler Perry.
back on
Let's bring it
topic.
back. Let's bring it back.
Yeah, so Tyler Perry, the friend in my head, but I'm kind of mad at him right now.
He didn't invite me to the
The
opening.
opening of
Oh,
Tyler
wow.
Perry
You know.
Studios. First of all, my invite got lost in the mail.
Right.
Secondly, okay, so Tyler Perry has this whole writing process. He went live from his writing room.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the only writer in there.
Right.
He writes all the scripts for all
Exactly.
his movies, all his TV shows. And the bone I have to pick with him is him controlling the narrative of Black women
Every
and
time.
how they're portrayed
And it's the same narrative.
in his movies and TV
To me, it's the
shows.
same
So what's the
every
narrative,
time.
Holly? What's the narrative?
So to me, the narrative is a woman can't do nothing by her damn self,
Mm.
and she got to have some man to come save her life. And typically, she got to be a Captain Save-A-Hole with this man.
But a Christian woman.
right? Well,
And
God
she
believes-
got
God
start
trust.
Christian,
She doesn't,
She
but
got to
it-
end up Christian.
That's
for damn
it.
Sure.
God fearing woman.
Right.
in the
Her
end.
wig may be sketchy,
Oh,
but
always.
that's another
Always
story.
sketchy.
Always sketchy. He ain't got time for that. That's how it said. He ain't got time for wigs. So he doesn't really know Black women, then, does he?
No, because our hair would never.
Right. Never ever.
Never.
Does that last Netflix series or whatever, Fall from Grace? Does that fall into that category? Because I didn't.
Yeah, he was
I
the
didn't
writer,
see that.
creator.
I didn't
I
watch
did.
it.
It was.
I
Yeah.
stopped watching Tyler
Because I
Perry
heard
about
it
5
was
years
like
ago.
really, really good.
It was
Yeah.
nice. It was a good movie.
I mean, the storyline and the
Plot twist.
plot is
It was
good.
different. No
Um,
church involved.
Oh,
That was a kind of
It,
a
yes,
first,
it was.
maybe.
No church.
Okay.
Yeah,
involved.
yeah, because
I'll
his
never
movies
know.
Yeah.
usually.
And he said he
I
gets
just
all
feel
his
the-
material
the hate
from.
radiating
I
off
hate
of
a
it.
race.
that was facts right there. I'll never know.
He said he got his material from what his grandmother, his
his
aunties.
and stuff like that.
Um,
And he does employ a lot of Black Hollywood
does.
that
Yes.
usually wouldn't
Yes.
get jobs. So
I
that's
will
why
give him
he
a ton of
gives.
credit
I
for that. I
admire
will give
him
him a
for
ton of
that.
credit for hiring Black. I will give him a ton of credit for
Mhm.
his studio and all the work he's
But
doing
he has
there
a whole
to go
TV
empower
show called Sisters.
Sisters.
You writing this? Your theme song.
Sisters. My theme song.
You're Suge Avery.
Oh, okay. We gotta
Been on my mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, y'all know
You don't even
about
know
that.
your theme
I don't know
Come
my
on,
theme
come on,
song,
Suge.
girl.
Come on,
As they
Suge.
say, what's another color purple? Whoop, time to go.
Slam the
I
piano
know.
down.
Whoop. Time to
Yeah.
And sing.
But I want Tyler Perry. I love you. I admire you. I want you to get some Black women in
Mhm.
your
strong
writing
ones.
Your
room
writing room.
Yeah.
to write some of these scripts because only us can control
And-
our narrative, tell our stories. And we love what you've done thus far.
Yes.
But you can retire that old pen now
Oh
Right.
yeah.
and get some Black women in there.
And
Namely
listen
your
to
girl
them.
S. Dot Scott.
Oh, that
Yeah,
part.
that
Yeah,
was
I'm
your
trying to
plug.
plug
That was
myself
See?
for
Right.
now. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't
Here we
got
go.
to plug
You
them,
got it
Miss
right
Suge.
on the platter here.
There it is.
Get the women in the room, get the Black women in the room, and listen to what they have to say without talking over them.
Yes,
Mm.
yes. Let them have total
Every
creative
time.
control. Absolutely.
This one's for you,
Mhm.
Tyler Perry.
Tell
Yes,
him. Tell him,
because we're,
Suge.
we're more than the hurt woman. We're more than the scorned woman. We're more
Yeah.
than the single mother.
Mm-hmm.
So,
For sure.
yes.
Power women. We just had a total
Absolutely.
discussion.
1, 2, 3,
Mhm.
4 of them right here.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
So
I
yes.
will be in your movie, Tyler, if you call me.
Right. She's like, I'll wear the wig. I'll just wear the
We ain't
wig.
that mad at you now.
Ain't that mad? I will collect the
Right.
coin. I will collect the coin. I
Bring
will.
your old
Yes.
wigs in wardrobe.
Oh, you
no.
said to me earlier, don't let nobody control your pockets, right?
Look at-
Exactly.
Look,
Nobody
I
control
want
your
creative
Yes.
control of my hair. That's all I ask. Creative control of my hair. I'll get
All right.
the
So while we're talking about Tyler, though, we can't make him be the spokesperson for all Black men
Mhm.
in the world.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so, thinking about this role of single mothers,
Mm.
and what role does the father play in these relationships with the children?
From the single mother.
Well, from the single mother, what's the necessity
Oh.
of these fathers in
Yeah.
the children's lives?
I think every child needs their father. I'm just a believer in that. I think they need their father. I'm a single parent, and I've never, those Father Day posts when I'm the mother and the father. I've never thought that.
Or on Father's Day when they
yes.
make
Yes.
a post to
Yes.
themselves. Women, stop that.
Mhm.
I hate
Like,
that.
I mean, I cannot be a man, or will I ever try. We do our best. I think they're necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Total
Did
transparency.
anyone grow?
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with a father. Did you have your father in your life?
Well, I mean, round. You know?
What you mean? What you mean?
He was around. I mean,
He was somewhere on there, over
Yeah.
there, over there.
I talked to him last night, but he's still around. But he started off in the home and left when I was about 4, and my stepfather raised us.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there was a father figure around.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
I
A
don't
daddy.
know.
It's somewhere
Yeah,
in there.
somewhere
you know.
there. But total transparency in my own personal life, I raised my children without their father.
Mhm.
Anybody seen him?
I can't stand you.
He all right though.
Have you
I'm not
seen
mad at him. But my children are older now. He wasn't around when they were younger, but they're starting to form a relationship with him now,
Yeah.
which is possible because I didn't bash him. I didn't
Yeah.
talk bad about
That's
him.
important. Yeah.
And by him not being there, they kind of didn't think about him.
Right.
And they tell me this as they're older, like,
Yeah.
okay, well, father-daughter dances and stuff like that, we didn't go, but no big deal
Mhm.
because they were cool
Yeah.
on it. I don't know. They didn't have that longing for a
But some
father
people,
like
do.
some
And
people
it's
do.
so
Really
apparent
do.
in some
Yeah.
girls. And
But they're
guys.
forming a relationship now,
Yeah.
and I'm cool with that. I hadn't seen them in like 10 years. I seen them at Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was weird because I was there. I was there. And for a long time, my kids were his only kids.
Mm.
And then he had another child.
Mm.
And he named the child after
Now
me.
that is
Wow.
weird.
Yes.
Weird.
That
That's
is
some
weird.
shit right
That
there.
is
no,
very
but-
much
capital
so.
But
W.
I love this kid. He's my son. His name is
What in
Moshawn.
the world?
Okay.
Yes.
You had to get some more sun.
Yes.
The
Oh, yeah, think of
Moshawn.
that.
Moshawn.
I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. But
Ooh.
no, this is my other son. Love him to death. So let me tell you guys about Christmas real quick. It was me. It was his second child's or third child's mother,
Okay.
and then his current girlfriend.
Mm.
We were all at Christmas.
This
Oh,
is
wow.
deep.
Yes. So I was chilling.
Ain't looking
I was
cute,
waiting
probably.
for girl.
She
Come
was
on.
cute. She came through.
I was waiting for
things
them
pop
to cut
off.
up.
Yeah.
I was waiting for them to cut up. So I was sitting back eating some good old dressing, some good old greens, and was waiting for the show.
Did it happen?
It happened.
Oh,
Wow.
Now
Wasn't
that
too
is-
wow.
terrible though, because I'm like, okay, we're not gonna disrespect, but it was some little awkward moments, and I kiki child. It was good. It was good.
Well, I think as far as fathers, of course, I'm married and I have 2 daughters, and I know they just love their dad, and it's a partnership. I mean, where I may have lacked in things, he was able to pick up. So it gives them a well-rounded, foundation.
Definitely. I was a daddy's girl my whole life growing up. So, listen, what he said goes, even if he didn't know it at the time. But so that gave me a real true appreciation for what a quality man should be, because ain't nobody beat it, even come close to it.
Okay.
And then as a single parent, And so my household is very diverse in that I have kids that are mine, that are kids that I have adopted, that I have kids that just stay with me. And so I deal with lots of absent parents of both genders.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
That's been very interesting. But I do definitely think that all of my kids need adults in their lives, whether biological or not, that are there to care and show concern and give guidance. Because I can't teach a man how to be a man.
Correct.
No.
I can teach him how to treat a woman, but I can't teach him how to be a man. And so definitely having strong role models in their lives is a critical part for me as a parent.
Yeah.
Because even the reverse, like you're saying, you have single fathers, not a lot of them, but you know,
Girl, a single father will let you know he's a single
fathers.
father.
Yes.
Now you're seeing them so much more. You see them so much more now versus back, and they have children that deal with that same thing, the absentee parent.
Yes.
And so again, in that case, I think it's a fine balance. Or you're finding that father figure. Although my father, I can say he was in my life like that. I knew him. I knew of him. We have a good relationship right now. But I did have a father. I have a dad and my uncle, my godfather. The best thing for me. I mean, he was amazing. So, you know.
Well, they say it takes a village to raise a child.
So that was great.
Right,
you know,
there.
I definitely had a father figure.
We need to get back to that.
Yeah. Well, I think that goes back to finding your right friends then. So I know this is off topic, but you know, they say that you are most like the top 5 people you spend your time with. And so we talk about a village. It's like really being intentional about who are my top 5, and are they really my village? Or is it someone I'm just kicking it with and having fun and laughing and kikiing? Or are we really trying to build for a future with our children as power women, whatever the case may be? You know, are we really being intentional about that decision?
That's the word.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sitting here in my head trying to think of my top 5.
Ooh.
I have a top 5 for everything though. But I don't have that top 5.
Oh, that's the right
People
one.
ask me, what's your top 5 rappers, singers? I break it down to producers, arrangers, top 5 studios where people record music at that I've probably never been to in my life, but I know them. I have all those top 5s in my head, but not that one.
So that's some homework.
Right.
That's some homework.
Right.
I'm going to do that homework.
You're going to report out to us?
Yes, I'm going to report back to this panel and to the audience my top 5. Do I have to say their names and stuff?
I don't want to names. No, we ain't trying to burn bridges. We're just trying to elevate ourselves.
Exactly.
If you're not
in
my
top 5,
they're
not in there. They're not gonna
right.
like that.
Oh, you thought you were.
No.
Sorry, baby girl.
No. Baby girl. Girl.
I think I could just look at my call log and
I'm gonna
do
tell
my
you a
top
lot.
5.
I'll tell you a lot.
Girl.
Hey, top 5.
Okay. Number 1.
Yes. We've been talking about baby mamas, baby daddies, single parents.
Yes.
Have you guys heard of this baby nut thing?
Oh my God.
Are you the expert on it?
I'm not the expert on baby nups. One, because it's premarital.
Yes.
And we all know I'm single. I did mention that just a few minutes ago. Never been married. So I'm thinking, is it something I would have or would have considered? So a baby nup
What is a baby nup?
So a baby nup is like a prenup before you get married and you're planning to start a family, i.e. have children, that you discuss parental duties.
So this is before anyone's pregnant.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
like
so
these are your
shit.
baby responsibilities. Like, and I mean, it can be as specific as you want or as vague as you want. I'm sure because you know when that baby comes, I mean, some of that stuff goes out the window. Let's be really serious. Let's be serious. Let's be serious.
Is there like someone that is
like a lawyer, specializes in baby
the profile of a person who would do a baby nup?
I don't think it's a profile.
Like,
I mean,
not celebrities. It could just be your regular lady.
I think anybody. I mean, just like a prenup.
Yeah.
You know,
the first time I heard of a baby nup was obviously we've all heard of like prenuptial agreement. And it's a prenup, not a prenup. You heard some people say, I gotta get a prenup.
They should probably have one.
Yes, prenup.
First go.
If you can't call it by the right name, you probably don't need
short for prenuptial agreement. But I first heard of the baby nup from Portia on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh.
That was the first time I heard of it. What
did she do? Did they do that?
No, because she didn't end up having a kid with the guy,
Oh.
but she presented it to him like
in the event.
in paper
Oh,
form,
and then he ran.
and he was like,
Oh,
"Oh no!"
I don't want to be
So
held accountable for that.
Like,
Yeah.
would you really do that? I don't know. Hopefully, they're both parents are
I
involved
mean,
in that situation.
I don't know. I
Guy,
think for
girl.
me, it would have to outline things like, okay, who's going to pay for college or private school or
Yes.
stuff like that. It's not going to be like over Pampers and Similac. I mean,
Had they been talking about having a baby before she brought this paperwork to him?
yeah.
Hopefully,
Oh.
She was talking about it more than him, and then she
Oh.
presented him with
Right.
that paper.
But
So
I
that
don't
was
think
the first
so.
time
When
I
I
heard
think
of it.
I think it's who's going to get up, like that type of thing. Who's going to get up? Who's going to change diapers?
That is so
No,
No, that's too
bizarre.
petty.
that I mean,
Yeah.
but some people.
To put in
I
writing?
mean,
Bizarre.
I mean, but
Listen,
but the whole thing
you know
is
my petty and
somewhat petty.
contracts.
The whole thing, just the concept of baby
Exactly.
Flows naturally.
I mean,
It doesn't need any paper.
Traditional just out the window.
yeah, the concept of it is foreign
Yeah.
to me. I mean, prenuptial, I get it, but baby nuts, I mean, that's all help. Let's help each other.
Yeah.
Well, but
Yeah.
so that's the understanding we want to have, right? Is
Yeah.
to help each other. Like that, when you
Yes.
go into having a baby with someone, that's the construct you have mentally to go forward in that.
Right.
But I do think that it makes sense, though, from a financial standpoint of who's paying what.
Yeah,
when,
that's
for
what in
how
my
much.
mind.
I'm
that's
saying,
what I
but
think
are
it
you-
includes
but
is
you're-
who's
the
paying
idea
for like
is you're
education
married.
and things
If
like
you're
that.
married,
Right,
you're
you
paying
right.
for education. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like to me,
No,
that
from
would be,
what I thought the baby nup is this we're not getting married. We're just having a
Oh,
baby
no,
together.
people have that even before being married as well.
Oh, okay.
Before
That's
being
baby
married as well, yes. So
Okay.
before
Baby
being
nuts.
married,
Mhm.
when I looked at the definition, it talks specifically about married. But if you're that other, her them not being married, that's something totally
Yeah,
different.
or same sex couples
Yeah.
who
Yes.
another person bears a child for them,
Mhm.
they have baby
That
nuts
makes
as
perfect
well.
sense to me, though, because
Okay.
really it's all about
Mhm.
protecting your assets. So a prenup is all about protecting your assets financially,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Right.
And so with a baby nup, I can see that if you have like a surrogate parent coming in
Yes.
of like, I need to pay attention to
Right.
what we
Yes.
are obligated for to this individual, whether it's a co-parent or a surrogate.
Right.
I can
right.
understand that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes perfect sense.
Mhm. What about
Yeah.
prenups?
We want prenup. We want prenup.
Ain't saying she a gold
If you
digger.
have
Right.
if you
Well,
have
yeah,
assets
bro.
coming
Listen,
in,
I understand
then
enough
that
already.
might require something. But I mean, if you acquire wealth together, is yours.
Right.
Yeah, you
It's
can
shared.
name that stuff in a prenup though. You
Mhm.
could say, well, what I come in with is mine, what you come in with is yours, what we
Right.
build
Right.
together is
We
ours.
split.
Yes.
We'll split down the
Right.
middle and go about our merry way
I
if
mean,
our relationship ends.
Talk to those
So-
people that get divorced.
Would you be
I
privy?
mean, usually a lot of people that had divorces.
Mhm.
I mean, that second time around, that prenup is real.
Right.
Versus
For the
first-
second
real
time,
For the
detail.
second
yeah.
time
Who's
versus
gonna
the
get what
first
for what?
marriage,
Yeah.
or those star celebrity, or those who have wealth.
Wealthy
Right.
people.
But I mean, just regular Joe Smo.
Just regular run,
Not at
yeah.
all, man. Y'all better
Yeah.
go and get married now.
Right.
Quit playing.
Call it a
Like, I'm
day.
gonna,
Call
you
it
know,
a day.
I'm gonna take
Right.
my wit
You have
checks,
to have,
we ain't doing
like,
that.
50 times more than what you're paying
You
the
have a
lawyer.
tax right? You ain't have a
No,
tax
no.
if you got a prenup.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So would you sign one?
Um,
Or would you present one? Either way.
at this point in it's up in the air. I've had my family like, you better get a prenup.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
they've
better.
said this to me, and I'm like, yo,
Doctor,
like
you
I'm not
better.
that, like I ain't balling out like that yet.
Yes.
I'm coming
Hey,
for you, though.
Hey, Tyler.
Like
I think you should. I think you should, friend. Yes, I think you should get a
Oh, yeah.
prenup.
I'm not
Would you-
against it. How about that? I'm not
Okay.
against it.
Okay,
I'm not
I'm on your neck. As soon as he get on bended knee, I'm gonna be right behind you.
Like,
Like,
we gonna
sir,
She got the paperwork in her pocket. Like, oh, okay. Yes, congratulations. Here's signing
S.
something.
That's right.
Esquire. I'm on you, sir.
All
Would
Yeah.
you sign one?
I would sign one. I would give one.
Thank
I
you.
just think that's good business there. And
Yeah.
so while a marriage is a partnership,
Mm-hmm.
I take the word partnership very serious,
Okay.
and that we are
Yeah.
investing into each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so we need to come with what we come with, and we need to part with what we part with. I also would go into though thinking that if
Yeah.
I'm ever going to get married again, that this is going to work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going into it like,
Yeah.
what could I lose? But really, like, if this is a security this person needs to gain,
Yeah.
or vice versa, then okay.
Yeah, just do it. And
I don't.
Okay.
I'll say it's definitely going to be a conversation.
Yes.
I'm going to have a conversation
Yeah.
about, hey,
I
what
ain't
we're coming
springing-
in
I
and
ain't
what
springing
and
for
I've had,
nobody.
and I've had the conversation. So what we coming in, we have to set those ground rules, financial ground rules. I mean, I already have a financial advisor. So you're coming in on that. I'm very detailed. Like we think about getting married. I'm pulling up credit reports. This is true. Listen,
Yes.
we're doing
That should
credit
be.
criminal
Yes.
background check.
Right.
I've
That's all
even gone
part of
so
the
far as
conversation.
to I've gone so far as to there is a financial quiz that you can take that tells you what kind of spender you are. Like if she's more
Yes.
conservative or if he's more like he's what's the word?
Spender or saver.
Yes. And
Or frugal.
yeah, so
Mhm.
I mean
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
marriage, I mean that's one of the first reasons, those financial reasons, right? Why they divorce. So I'm thick on that, the financial part before even, we're getting to the prenup. We're discussing it. Hands
All right.
down.
Right,
Okay.
Renee, married
go.
lady. What you know about prenups?
Oh, y'all.
She been
I'm
married for
married.
like
You're right.
20-some years.
It's over.
It's
over.
Before prenups was
Right.
a thing.
There's no even question or conversation. I'm in it for life.
That's what's
Till
up.
death do us part.
That's
Okay.
what's up.
Okay.
So that's no prenup.
Mhm.
No prenup occurred.
No
Yeah.
prenup.
Yeah. Well, we got to get ready to wrap it up, guys.
It's been,
Yes.
It's been a great show.
it's been
It
real.
has
It's been
been.
fun.
Good.
Always
Hopefully
love
you
chatting
enjoyed
with
it.
you ladies.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Good
And your
times.
blues.
Right.
love
and our
it.
blue.
Yes.
Shades of blue
Shades of
today.
blue.
Yes. Anything in closing, Dr. Free?
No, it was always, it's fun talking to you ladies. Good show. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Peace out. You
Emma.
can look at me. We're doing our
We
handles.
see you in 2 weeks. So
weeks.
just get some popcorn, sit down, get some ladies together,
Yes.
and let's rock
Let's
this
talk.
out.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You can catch me on IG at miss.scott1839 and on Facebook at Sean Scott, LaShawn Scott.
Mhm.
And yeah, catch us on YouTube.
Right.
Like, subscribe, and share. Ladies First on YouTube.
On YouTube. That's
Holly
the biggest
Rock.
thing. Holly Rock right here. Holly Young, that's who I am. That's who I be on all the medias, although I only really have 2.
Not all of them.
Right. Not all of them. Just a couple of them. And I appreciate the conversation we had today,
Yes.
ladies. I appreciate how in depth we got. I appreciate how we explored each other a little bit further with how our feelings and our sentiments. That was really, really powerful conversation, ladies. And I enjoy all of you. I enjoy all of you, our audience as well, for
Thank you,
hanging out with us
crew.
every time.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Have a wonderful night.
Bye-bye.